I recognize the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Meadows, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Inspector General Roth, I want to go on record to not only thank you, but your entire team for your service. I have great admiration for your role and the roles of your colleagues across the federal workforce. But I have a top 5 list, and I would say you and your team are in my top 5 list for not only doing insightful work, but thorough work, actionable work, and follow-up work that provides a real tool for members of Congress. And so I want to make sure that the record reflects that.
Well, thank you.
Administrator Neffinger, are you familiar with Federal Air Marshal Robert McLean?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Are you familiar with the fact that the courts have overturned TSA's assertions that his whistleblower disclosures were not prohibited by law?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Are you aware of the fact that it's been over a year since an administrative judge has indicated that those disclosures should indeed be protected?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you're aware of all those, and in light of the fact that Mr. Cummings asked, do you tolerate retaliation, in what scheme could you not see the fact that he has been reinstated, but yet no raises, he still continues to be paid at a position and not put in a position that he would have been in had he not been fired? At what point can you justify that that is not retaliation?
Well, I don't believe it is. I believe he was reinstated as required by the...
at a pay that he was at 2005. Do you know any other TSA employee that is at a pay that he was at in 2005?
Well, I'll double check the pay on
No,
that.
you don't have to double check, I know.
But I'm, off the top of my head, I can't give you the exact pay of any of TSA employees.
Do most TSA employees get a raise?
Well, you get the annual cost of living increases that are authorized by...
So would you say that
law.
if he didn't, would that be retaliation?
Well, I'll check to see. I would be surprised if he
yes
didn't
or no?
get...
If he's getting paid the same that he got paid in 2005, is it retaliation?
I'd have to see the facts of the case. I wouldn't.
Well, I'm giving you the facts of the case. Is it retaliation or not?
Depends
because
on,
let me tell you, what really bothers me is I protect my whistleblowers. And for you to get up here and talk about how wonderful the rank and file is and how you're looking out for their best interests, and to see evidence that retaliation continues to go, it has a chilling effect, wouldn't you think?
If in fact there is retaliation, I will look in.
Well, why is the Office of Special Counsel having to open a full investigation?
On Mr. McLean?
Yeah. Why are they having to do a full investigation?
Are you talking about the one that was already done?
I'm talking about the one they're about to embark on.
Well, if they're opening one again, it's because he's made an allegation that there's been retaliation. I support his due process to investigate that. I am not familiar with the specifics of this.
Well, don't you think you ought to be?
I'm familiar with the fact that we've reinstated him and that he now is in position to compete for whatever position he desires to compete for in the organization.
Administrator, let me just tell you, that testimony is very troubling to me, because what I'm not going to tolerate is retaliation on whistleblowers, and that's what it looks like to me.
Well, I don't tolerate it either, and I promise you, I will following this.
So can you get back to this committee within 30 days with a way that you're going to rectify it so the Office of Special Counsel doesn't have to do a full investigation?
I will follow up on this colloquy to determine what the actual situation currently is.
So do I have your commitment?
I have your commitment that I will get back to you with what I have found.
An action plan.
That,
and
if necessary, an action plan. Yes, sir.
Within 30 days to the chairman.
Well, I will get back to you exactly with what I find. I'm interested in
Well, that's not an
you
answer.
just told me.
Oh, okay, what's a reasonable amount of time there, Administrator?
Well, I can do it within 30 days. As I said, what I want to do is look at this is new information that you're providing to me that I'm not aware of. I need to look at this.
You've done your research. This would not have been a shock that this might have come up today. Is that a shock to you?
Well, I'm aware of the previous issue concerning this Federal Air Marshal.
Let me dispense with the rhetoric. Get it fixed where we don't have to waste taxpayer dollars on a special investigation into this. You're the guy in charge. We're going to hold you accountable, and I'll yield back. I'll expect a response